Battle of Northelm was a massacre. Hammermight was in chaos, but one thing was known. The capital city was preparing for a siege, maybe its final battle. In the war between the two rulers, nobody won. It was just a Pyrrhic victory for King Francois, with incredible losses. The other king was dead, his name forgotten. In Britannia, thousands of kilometers away from Hammermight, the other 6 kings were holding council. It was called the Summit of Fates because they wanted to decide if they go to war for Hammermight and split it, and also for the other kingdom whose king died in battle. They were dreaming of making themselves emperors. The stakes were high. The young knight passed out on his horse right in the middle of Hammermight. His horse stopped. An old couple who had a fish stall saw this and rushed to him.
Thorgrim, is that a wounded knight?
I don't know, woman, leave me alone. Let me smoke in peace. It might be the last time. You heard about the Northelm carnage.
He is, you old fool. Come and help me to get him into the house.
Thorgrim threw his cigar and rushed to help the young man.
He has a big fever, Thorgrim,
said Ostrid, worried.
Let's put him to rest and treat him.
The old couple had a son, but he died in the wars of Roderick the Careless, so they know how to mourn and how to take care of someone. After a few days of delirium, the old couple didn't know what to do, how to help him. He was strong indeed, survived those wounds, but the fever wasn't going away.
What do we do, Thorgrim? We tried everything,
said the weeping Ostrid. I do not know, woman. Let's make his passing easier. Thorgrim said this and hugged his wife. Tatai saw this from his celestial throne, impressed by the kindness of the old couple, impressed that good was still existing in this miserable world. He shed a tear into a phial, disguised himself in an old eremit, and made his appearance in the house of the couple. Ostrid screamed when the old man appeared. Tatai had tattoos all over his body, only Nordic runes. When I said old eremit, I was referring to the wild old men from the woods of País Vasco. They had tattoos all over their bodies and practiced the old ways, honoring the old gods. Who are you, old man? How you entered our house? Thorgrim had in his hands his old axe from forgotten wars. Do not worry, friend, I am an old healer. I was sent by God Tatai. Look, I am unarmed. You scared the shit out of me. You said, Tatai, what plans has the mad god with us? I do not know, Brur, but I can heal that boy. He needs to stay alive. Hammermight will burn without him. Ostrid was coming to her senses, and from their bed she saw Thorgrim and disguised Tatai laughing and sharing old tales of battle and might.
Thorgrim, dear, who is this old man?
She still had her suspicions, but it was no mistake. It was Tatai. She was at the sermon yesterday and sang for Tatai's blessing. Tatai answered their call. My dear, he is called Bartram. He came to heal that boy. He gave me a flask and told me to do a concoction with it. It is still brewing, so we share some mead and some old stories for old men. She thought to herself, Bartram? Glorious raven in Norse? Tatai, you trickster. Better not to interfere with his appearance. After this encounter, Birger was healed, took the blessing of the old couple and became their adopted son. He felt better and went to the nearest garrison to see how the preparations for the siege were going. Maybe he could help. He thought of his homeland, he thought of Tatai, and he was hopeful.